boyfriend still left me to marry his baby mama after I used jazz to separate them 3 times. Story time. I met this guy in early 2022. Things were going well, but we didn't really vibe. Not until September 2022 when we started dating. He actually told me somebody was pregnant for him at that time, but he explained how the whole situation went. According to him, they were not really close before the pregnancy saga happened, and we all stay in the same state, but he never really goes to see her. Whenever he's sleeping, I'll go through his phone and check his chats with this girl, and I'll realize that he doesn't really text her. And the few times he texts her, they are always fighting. I was so comfortable with the way things were between them. He supposed baby mama did not even know where his house was, so I was like the main side chick. Note, he was kind of broke around the time I met him. He was kind of broke at the time I met him. So around December 2022, I sent a request to his baby mama on Snapchat. But she doesn't really post, so there was really nothing to check. Around January last year, his mommy called him and told him that the lady has put to bed. He was so happy I was with him, we even went out to celebrate it. Mind you, this guy told me that he never loved this girl. Then he left to go visit the baby mama and his child. This time we were still waxing together till I got the shock of my life. He actually went to do this lady's introduction and he never told me about it. So I followed this girl on TikTok and Instagram, but her Instagram was private, so she had to accept before I would see her page. But then I stayed glued to her TikTok. I was checking her page every minute, and when I say this girl is the definition of classy, she is totally classy. I would look at her and look at myself and compare the both of us together. She had all the hairs, all the light that I wanted. Our friends were equally beautiful. This girl does not even use all these popular TikTok sounds. Mind you, her friends are popular on TikTok. Lo and behold, I saw my man and his baby mama's introduction pictures on TikTok. Everyone was saying congratulations, only for me to check Instagram and to find out that I was blocked. I don't know how this girl noticed me, but she texted me on Snapchat and she asked me why I was stalking her. She said, do I know her from anywhere? I had to tell her that she looks like somebody that I know from Port Harcourt, and she said she doesn't reside there. I then proceeded to ask her if she was married, and she replied telling me that it wasn't my business. A week later, my man came back. When he came back, we sorted everything. At this time, he was already getting financially stable. He was really having money. The fear of losing this man made me take his name to church. And he explained to me that the reason why he did introduction with this girl was so he could get access to his child. I was also thinking that if I leave this man now, who will be paying my rent? I mean, I was with him before he even started making money. And before I knew it, I was obsessed with this girl. I was sleeping and waking up on her page. Note, I took my man's name to Select Church and I worked on it. His love for me increased. He was always spending money on me, spending time with me, but I still could not match this girl's class. Whenever I talk about ladies being classy, you people think I am doing too much. Can you see? Can you see? So my man told me that this girl was coming to stay with him because she was graduating from school and he doesn't want her to rent any other house. This girl is slim and tall. It is obvious she doesn't even need to use cream. Whereas I am short and very curvy. Even after she moved in with my man still wasn't taking her out. He would always take me out, take me on dates. She was more like a slave in his house, just cook and clean while I was enjoying the life. Yes, the jazz worked. I'm very sure he messed with her mental health because during her birthday, he left her alone in the house to come and be with me. I was enjoying the whole thing. He would spend time with me. I would post everything on my Snapchat. He would see it and he would never have a problem with it. I was shocked he wasn't saying anything about me posting him because I knew that if this girl had seen it, she would have told him, and if she had told him, he would have confronted me. But he wasn't having a problem with me posting. He picks my calls and calls me or talks to me whenever she's home with him. Later on, I found out that I was still obsessed with this girl even though he stopped having sex with her. But there was just something about this girl, so I decided to go to the church again to do another jazz. I wanted to renew it. Come along for part 2.